Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about Vinegar Syndrome's Blu-ray release. I think it has a DVD as well. Berserker. This is one you may have seen. Actually, yeah, the DVD's in there. So it's an older release. This is one you may have seen on Facebook and like certain websites that highlight Vinegar Syndrome movies. This is again an older release. It says 2019. I feel like it was before that, but hey, I only started collecting Vinegar Syndrome around 2018, 2019 anyway. This movie was something I had seen once, and I wasn't completely thrilled with it. I thought it was okay. On second viewing, which it's been a couple of years now, I liked it more. Didn't love it. It wasn't like some outstanding film, but I definitely liked it more. My friend Hunter from Facebook, what's up Hunter, decided to slim down some of his collection to buy more stuff, so he sold me this one for $8, I think it was, shipped. So great deal, and I really didn't remember it much. The main plot of the story is this group of friends goes on a camping trip in rural Utah, and it's like this weird little, farmland or whatever, rural I guess is the better word, which they said already, area, and there's this Norwegian guy who sort of runs the campgrounds, and this local sheriff, and I think those are the only really other two characters in the film besides the group of campers. And they're sort of like drinking on the way there and acting like idiots. They get there and they want to go to this certain campsite with this like a house or lodge or whatever that one of the characters had rented a lot as a kid with his father. And the Norwegian guy, why is his name escaping me? Pappy Nyquist, is giving him a hard time. He's like, I don't remember you. And he does, but the kid's being such a jerk that he's giving him a difficult time, and he says, you can't rent this lodge. This lodge is taken. You have to take another one. So one of his friends intervenes, and they kind of make nice, and they give him another lodge, and they move on their way. Things start happening at the lodge and at the campground. They actually lie, and they don't go to the correct lodge. That's one part of it. And there's this bear that starts attacking people, and there's this mythology around this campground, or these lodges, I guess. I say campground, but it's not really like they're camping out in the woods. Some people are actually, but they're not. They're staying in a house. There's this mythology around the camp place where there's these old, I guess, Viking lore of these berserkers that are garbed in like bear outfits, and that they're going around killing people. So now throughout the film you don't know whether these berserkers or berserker actually exist, or it's this bear that you are seeing throughout the film going around the woods. And the kids, or I guess they're like adults, really young adults, start to get picked off, and it's fairly gruesome. It's not like horrible or anything. Not super gory, just a little bit. And in terms of the special effects are decent. In terms of like nudity or anything like that, there is one sex scene I recall where this lady is naked and they're having sex in the woods, and then the bear or berserker, if you will, I guess, goes after them and kills the girl and kills the guy, and you see her topless and you see her downtown a little bit, but nothing over the top crazy. Again, sort of middle of the road for both gore and nudity. And it just has this interesting sort of like out in the middle of the woods feeling. Don't go in the woods alone, or what's the other one? I always get confused. Don't go in the woods is the worst of the two, but I can't think of the title of the other one that Vinegar Syndrome also put out. It's about like the woods and these like crazy people going after people, whatever. Anyway, you get the point. It's, if you like horror movies with teenagers getting picked off in the middle of the woods with this berserker slash Norwegian Viking lore thing going on, you'll probably like Berserker. It does have some lulls throughout the film, but I felt like it had a decent amount of gore, a decent amount of nudity, and it was just a fun little film. It was nothing over the top crazy, but I definitely enjoyed it more this time, and it's something that for the price point I thought was a good deal. Pappy is played by George Buck Flowers, who I know from tons of movies. The most recent one I watched was Blood Games. Let's see. It describes it as an atmospheric and suspenseful slasher, punctuated by moments of shocking violence and brutality. Jefferson Richard, who had done Maniac Cop and Get Carter, I don't know what he did on Maniac Cop, if he did special effects, I have no idea, features expressionistic cinematography by Henning Schellerup, who worked on Silent Night, Deadly Night, and The Boogans, and the editing from Marcus Manton, who did Pumpkinhead and Breakin' 2. So, pretty heavy-duty lineup of people there that worked on a bunch of great movies from the 80s and early 90s. Breakin' 2 is pretty funny, by the way. Vinegar Syndrome proudly presents this premiere Berserker, newly restored from its camera negative. It looked pretty good. It's a 2K scan. It's got an interview with the writer-director Jefferson Richard, a video interview with actor Joseph Allen Johnson, video interview with actress Shannon Engman, audio interview with Mike Riley, a stills gallery, reversible artwork, subtitles. So yeah, it was directed by Jefferson Richard, who I thought, it says, I guess he worked somehow in some capacity on Maniac Cop, but I thought Maniac Cop was done by Lustig. Maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, I mean, you can do far worse. It's an older release now. You'll find it fairly cheap. It's not everyone's favorite, but it's definitely a decent little slasher movie out in the woods. So if you haven't seen it and you like some of that out in the woods slasher stuff, I'd recommend it. It's pretty cool. Let me know, guys, if you've seen Berserker and what you thought of it. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.